John Cleese is a giant of British comedy. But who are his comedy heroes? Tonight, we'll be finding out.
Hello?
But first, let's take a look at John's comedy credentials, and they're the stuff of legend. In 1969, John Cleese
got chalk noses!
Teamed up with Graham Chapman.
Shut your festering gob, you tit!
Michael Palin.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!
Terry Jones.
Spam, 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 spam!
Eric Idle.
None of me, nudge, nudge.
And brilliant American animator Terry Gilliam to create something completely different.
I think the first time that, to my knowledge, that comedy had been allowed to attack everything or disregard anything, just put two fingers up to everything.
Hello! Are you the brain specialist? Hello!
They were playing very, very British all the time. And so they kind of represented the parody of British eccentricity.
He is the authority figure who makes authority figures look quite ridiculous.
Right, now, self-defense. Tonight I shall be carrying on from where I got to last week, when I was showing you how to defend yourself against anyone who attacks you armed with a piece of fresh fruit.
There are little things which I've always envied about John, and one of them was his ability to say, shut up.
Shut up!
I've tried doing it myself, and when I say, oh, shut up to somebody, it just doesn't work. When John says, oh, shut up.
Shut up!
It's a total eclipse of the person you're dealing with. It's absolutely wonderful.
Come on, come on, come on!
They're all farces. They're all miniature farces, people running out of doors. And they're absolutely perfect.
Open the door.
Listen, I can't. My wife has just got back unexpectedly. She's in the bathroom. What, dear? I think you'll find it on the second shelf, Sybil, darling.
You really can't get a bus ticket in between those lines for sheer good plotting.
Go away! My wife will hear us!
This is your wife.
Oh, what a terrible dream.
Having conquered television, John Cleese even managed a rare British film success, writing and starring in A Fish Called Wanda, alongside old pal Palin, Hollywood superstar Kevin Kline, and love interest Jamie Lee Curtis.
Hang on.
Fish Called Wanda is, to me, a comic masterpiece. It's one of the few movies I saw in rough cut form, because John showed it to me, and then paid twice to see it again. And that's very, very rare for me.
How come a girl as bright as you could have a brother who's so...
Don't call me stupid.
John, by selecting Kevin, enabled someone to take over the sort of intense, physical, aggressive humour that John was so good at, leaving John free to play this slightly more sort of reflective, troubled, quite appealing character.
You're a true Bulgarian, aren't you?
You're the Bulgarian, you fuck! Now apologize!
What, me to you? Apologize.
All right, I apologize. You're really sorry? I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly.
Just a few highlights from a brilliant career. But tonight isn't about John Cleese, it's about his comedy heroes.
Comedy heroes, well, there's plenty of them, so I'd better get on with it. I'm definitely starting with Laurel and Hardy, because they were the first people who really made me laugh. And they're also appropriate because my comedy heroes are almost equally split between the English and the Americans. Stan, of course, was from Lancashire, and Ollie from near Atlanta, Georgia. Ollie is one of the great comic performers with that strange elegance and precision that very fat people sometimes have. But he couldn't wait to finish filming and go and play golf, which was fine because Stan the Brit was happy to have the ideas and shape them and write them and do all the worrying.
Pull out that boy.
If you look at them now, in some of the scenes, it's like watching a sort of little masterclass. This is how you do it, what it's all about.
Don't keep handing them to me. When you get it dry, put it in a nice dry place.
The violence, the frustration, the stupidity, the timing, the everything. They're my heroes.
You open the cupboard. I'll put those away.
Coming up, we revisit one of Britain's all-time favourite sitcoms.
What a load of old codswallop.
Meet one of John's major comedy influences.
I've just found a lump of coal.
Hands up, who likes me?
And find out who else gets the Cleese vote.
The Cleese household didn't have a TV till I was 12, not cultural prejudice, just poverty. So we went to the cinema a lot, fortunately in the days when there was a flourishing British film industry. And almost immediately I fell in love with a man, Alistair Sim. He was the epitome of bumbling Englishness, except that he was born in Edinburgh. He played decent, restrained, desperate men better than anyone has ever done. In Laughter in Paradise, he's a highly respectable writer who learns that he will receive a huge legacy on condition he commits a robbery.
It's all there. That is Alistair Sim in an absolute capsule. This tortured soul who's got to do something, is going to do it, but you can see the struggle within him.
Did you do this? Yes, he did. I thought.
Interesting John should choose Alistair Sim, because John's master of the shout and the yell and the high volume tirade, sort of things that Alistair Sim never did. Alistair Sim simmered.
My next comedy hero is a studios, Ealing Studios, which between 1947 and 1955 produced most of the best comedies Britain ever made. I once worked with Charlie Crichton of the Lavender Hill Mob, and I asked him, were you the best of the Ealing directors, Charlie? And he said, I was the second best. Sandy was best. Now, Sandy was Alexander McKendrick, who made my favourite Ealing comedy, The Lady Killers, about a gang of bank robbers who plan the heist in a room that they hire from a dear old lady, pretending that they meet there to rehearse chamber music. And look at the gang. Cecil Parker, Peter Sellers, Danny Green, Herbert Lom, and Alec Guinness.
Mrs. Wilberforce?
Yes?
I understand you have rooms to let.
The balance of the gang was brilliant. As an ensemble film, I don't think it's really been equalled.
Bye-bye, Mrs. Wilberforce. Thanks for the nice tea and everything.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.